Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you all so much for coming on this beautiful spring day. On behalf of everyone in Louisville, I just want to say thank you to everybody involved in making this happen. This is absolutely amazing. It will be an iconic addition to our city for many, many years to come. As everyone here knows, Muhammad Ali's legacy already looms large in our city. We've named an airport after him. We've named a street after him. We have an amazing Ali Center. I saw Maryland, there's Maryland. I saw we have an amazing Ali Center. And we made the City of Ali documentary that's being shown around the world and so much more. But this mural here today is something else. This mural is a statement. This is the city of Louisville shouting to the world and telling everyone, this is our guy. This is our hero. He is our inspiration. This man who grew up just 3 miles from here, in a time of such blatant discrimination, it's so painful to remember. But we have to remember for a lot of reasons, including we have to understand that Muhammad Ali and far too many others had so much to fight through. This is a man who trained himself to be this greatest in our city, on our streets, who ran from his house on Grand Avenue to Central Avenue, to Central High School, who said he would be world heavyweight champ when no one believed it but himself, almost as only he could see the future. I don't know whether Muhammad Ali could even see the future that was ahead of him at that time, but we could see it. And millions of people who come here and experience this wonderful mural will see it too. Imagine the children who will see this mural and ask their parents or grandparents, who's that? It will help encourage a new generation of children to learn about the champ and all that he did for people all over the world who needed a champion, and how important he still is to our city, to our country, and our world. Because nearly 7 years after his passing, Muhammad Ali still has so much to teach us about how to treat each other. And more lessons will now get passed on thanks to this work of the incredible partnership that made this a reality. So I want to thank everyone that was involved in making this happen. The YMCA of Louisville that's sponsoring this and who's building this adorns. Eddie Donaldson, an artist for trauma. Yep. There you are, Eddie. You all do incredibly important work. For my predecessor, Mayor Fisher, for helping get this started. To LVA, thank you for all of your, LVA's representing something. There you are, for all of your important work. To Kroger, to Danny Wimmer, to Brooke and Matthew Barzin and every other donor who helped contribute to make this mural happen, thank you. Each of you is an amazing city partner in so many ways, and this brings it to a whole nother level. And of course, our incredible gratitude to Shepard Fairey and his team. Shepard, we've got something for you today to give you a proclamation, naming today Shepard Fairey Day for this incredible contribution to our city of Louisville. What you've given us, Shepard, to you and your team, is an amazing example of the importance of public work, public art in every neighborhood, in this neighborhood and every other neighborhood around Louisville. And so this unveiling could not come at a better time, because tomorrow there'll be exciting news in the budget that I present to Metro Council so we can continue to make more great public artworks happen in our city. So stay tuned on that. This is an amazing work of art that celebrates an amazing Louisvillian. And I know and hope it will inspire more art and more people to follow Muhammad Ali's example of courage and compassion and devotion to his hometown. He earned this tribute, he loved Louisville, and we earned him back. In my administration, I want us to do everything possible, and am so excited to do more to ensure the entire world knows that Louisville is the city of Ali. As we mentioned earlier, we've got an airport, we have a road, We have a center. We now have this amazing mural. And we want to do everything we can to add even more so that people from around the world continue to come to Louisville because it's the home of Muhammad Ali and they get to learn and experience all of the other wonderful things happening in our great city. So for that and so many other reasons, this is an amazing day. So next, I'd like to introduce Freddie Brown, Vice President of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion at the YMCA of Greater Louisville, who he and his team, along with Steve Tarver and the entire team, have been such gracious hosts and partners in making this a reality. Freddie?
Thank you, Mayor Greenberg, and thank you to all those who have made this possible. The Y is thrilled to be part of this. We're honored to be part of this legacy project. Public art ignites the imagination. It's the intersection between the past, the present, and the future. And I believe that we'll see young people that will believe, wow, we had greatness here. I now will internalize that and believe that I can be great, and will see themselves being great into the future. And so we're excited that they'll be able to look upon this and think of themselves as great. Ali went to school just a couple of blocks from here at Central High School. He came through here. I don't know if Bob is here. Bob told me, Bob Coleman, he stopped by a little while ago. He said his father used to be an exec here. He and Ali's brother, and he said a few of their friends would come here and watch fights after the game. So about 2 weeks after a fight, they would get to watch the fight. So they didn't get to watch it live, but they would get to watch it 2 weeks later. Walt Barnes, in our 150-year anniversary book, reminded us that Ali came here. He said back then, though, he was a tall, skinny kid. Wasn't quite the champ yet at the time, but he remembered him loving to swim in our mobile swim pit. And so many things have happened, so many opportunities right here at Chestnut Street, the cornerstone. And so it's an exciting time to be part of this project. So over the past year or so, you can notice that there's been a lot of work on this building. So we've almost $1 million of work to make sure that generations to come will be able to have this experience. And now, not only the experience of the Y, the experience of community, but the experience of great public art that gives you some excitement about not just now, but into the future. So we're excited about that. I want to give a special thanks to my kindred spirit, Eddie Donaldson. I feel like we are connected in a special way. When he talks, it's like I'm talking to my brother. I mean, the experiences that we experience are so similar, and just his love for Louisville and his passion to bring this here. Thank you so much, Eddie.
So I'm Eddie Donaldson. I was born in Louisville in 1969. I left abruptly because my mother passed away suddenly, and I didn't look back. But now I'm back, and I'm glad to be here. I'm proud to be from Louisville, and I'm proud that I can make this contribution. I lived 37 years on the West Coast and still live there, but now I can also call Louisville my home again, and I'm very, very proud of that. Because the people that I've met in the last 3 weeks, I have gained family members, not just friends, as Freddie said. Me and Freddie took an opportunity to pray in front of this wall before this mural started, and that just wasn't the jam for me a year ago, and now it is. You know, this is what me and Shepard and our friends like Saladin and some of the people have flown all the way out, and Isaac Paleo have flown all the way out from West Coast. This is what we do. We take this for granted. But me being on the ground here watching this community of Russell and Louisville come together with their feedback and how important this is to them makes me really understand the responsibility that we have to do the right thing every day. Whoops. With that said, if it wasn't for a lot of people who are here on both sides of this podium, this would not have happened. I would like to thank Mayor Greenberg and his office, Jessica Kincaid from Public Arts, who without her help, this would not have happened. I would like to thank former Mayor Greg Fisher, who helped jumpstart this whole thing. It all started at a Wimmer Festival, and now we're here. I would like to thank Artists for Trauma for, you know, being the anchor for all of this. obviously Freddie Brown and Steve Tarver from the YMCA and all the employees that put up with us for the last week. Brooke Brown Barzin and Matthew Barzin for coming in at a very, very critical time in the fundraising to help us out with this. You know, Danny Wimmer, who I've known for a very long time, who didn't have to do this, but saw our vision and wanted to support that. You know, I'm going to try not to spit out some tears on this one, but Dustin Bingham, whose father took the photo that you're looking at. You know, if this was my father's photo, I'd have jello legs and wouldn't be able to talk to you today because I'd be so emotional that I would not know what to do with myself. Chris Thomas from Range and the Focus Water team that contributed to this. And lastly, I mean, the guy who hit the finishing shot at the last minute of the game, Kroger, who stepped up when we weren't sure this was going to happen. Last minute shot. Chris came through and said, "I got you, Eddie." So you got a friend for life, my man. And I also want to thank the entire community of Louisville. I do not want to leave that out. This is about inclusion, not exclusivity. We're here to help, not take away from. So we want to do all we can to make sure that the community really embraces this as an opportunity to dream big, because that's what we did.
Thank you, Eddie. And I want to thank Artists for Trauma for allowing Kroger to be a part of this incredible piece of art. I want to thank Shepard Fairey also for bringing this to the city. I'm born, raised here. I still live here today. And I came over here yesterday just to check this out. And it was moving, emotional, of something so great that be paint and brought right to our city. So thank you so much, Shepard, for doing that. At Kroger, our purpose is to feed the human spirit. And we do that by providing value and convenience to our communities when they need it the most. And also enriching the lives of our customers and associates through these type of partnerships, where artistry and creativity come together to bring life to our local and so important history. We are honored to partner for this incredible mural to support the Russell neighborhood with an inspiring tribute to West Louisville's GOAT, the greatest of all time, and world-famous champion and humanitarian, Muhammad Ali. Absolutely. You know, I just have to say it's kind of a dream that I even got to say that right there, so it's not in my speech, but that was pretty cool. Just like the mural says, everyone helps everyone. Supporting this mural and what it represents is so important to the communities that we serve and for the culture and the empowers to everybody to be their truest selves. We have proudly served this market for over 90 years, and we are excited to do it for another 100 more for the Louisville community. Thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of this, and it's my privilege to actually turn this over to one of my dear friends, Mr. Danny Wimmer.
So I'm not here to announce that we are canceling a festival because of weather. I'm sure every one of you guys knew when I showed up, it's either going to be extremely hot or lightning or thunder. So I'm so glad we have a beautiful day. So Louisville, what a fantastic day we have here. First off, I got to give a shout out to my good friend Eddie Donaldson for leading this incredible project, because it's just never easy to pull something so great off. And allow me to be part of this special moment. Kroger, Mayor Craig Greenberg, and former Mayor Greg Fisher also deserve a big thank you for their support in making this happen. Now this guy I love so much, man. He just doesn't know. When Eddie told me that Shepard Fairey was going to be the artist to honor Muhammad Ali, I was blown away. Shepard Fairey is one of the most iconic street artists of all time. And his work has been making waves in the art world for decades. He's a true visionary. I mean, true visionary, who has dedicated his life to creating powerful art that challenges the status quo and inspires change. And let's not forget about Muhammad Ali. He was more than just a boxer. He was a cultural icon who used his platform to fight for civil rights and social justice. His impact on the world can still be felt today, and it's an honor to pay tribute to him through Fairey's art. Now, as I look at Shepard Fairey's art and the way it represents hope and change, I'm reminded of the hope and faith I have in Louisville. I truly believe. Thank you. I truly believe that our community can come together to promote social justice and affect change, just as Fairey has done through his art. You push the limit at all times. You've been in jail because it was the right thing to do. This day, you got the key to get out of jail. That's what you did, right? But that's because it wasn't because he was destructing. It was because he was forcing change on communities. Like Muhammad Ali, we can be a beacon of hope and resilience for millions of people around the world. It's my hope that Fairey's tribute to Ali will inspire us all to continue work towards more just an equitable society, and that we can all play a part in creating a brighter community for ourselves and our community. I want to say that again, and that we can all play. That's all of Louisville. No matter what political side you are, we can all play a big part in creating a brighter future for ourselves and our community. Fairey and Ali share a deep commitment to cultural change. I couldn't think of a better artist to honor one of the greatest athletes of all time. So without further ado, I am thrilled to introduce you to Shepard Fairey and his incredible tribute to Muhammad Ali.
Wow, thank you all for being here for this. I feel very fortunate to be able to work on a wall that has an authentic connection to one of my heroes. I mean, I'm an interloper who's been welcomed by amazing people into this city, and I'm an interloper with good intentions. I want to be a force of justice and an ally for anyone who wants to push the values that I stand for and that Muhammad Ali stood for forward. But this is something that requires a symphony of selfless people to come together and make it happen. So I am just one small part of that equation, and I'm grateful for it. As we were working through this process, I mostly worked with Eddie, who I've known for 25 years and worked with on a lot of projects, but he kept me very, very in tune with what was happening in terms of the logistics to try to make this happen. And I have to give Eddie a lot of credit for really bringing people together to fulfill the mission. And I want to say that, the YMCA was incredibly supportive. Freddie's been great. A portion of this that no one's talked about yet is that community involvement was really important. I had my ideas about the opportunity to convey what I'd like to convey using Howard Bingham's incredible photo as a reference for my illustration. Ali having conviction, vision, courage, being a public citizen on top of being an incredible athlete, somebody that was willing to sacrifice his professional sports career to stand up for his principles. I couldn't have conveyed that without Howard Bingham's photo that was provided by his son Dustin here. So but the connection to I'm a white Los Angelian, and I know that some of the trauma that the city's been through, I want to be an ally. I want to push the ideas forward in a way that's not just taking my perspective into account, but really hearing what people here on the ground have to say. And so a lot of the young Black achievers were interviewed about what they would like to see in the mural. And the amazing thing was a lot of what it came back around to Ali's principles: dedication, the spirituality, the giving. Also, it was brought to my attention that Muhammad Ali was a United Nations messenger of peace, which is incredible when you consider what just happened, the gun violence, and that we all really need to think about the pursuit of peace and the respect and for each other and the value of human life. But one of the notes from the young Black achievers was, I think everything that Ali said and did boils down to everyone helps everyone. And sorry, I'm gonna get emotional. It really was the precise distillation of my experience. Everyone helping to make this happen in the pursuit of elevating Ali's legacy, the fact that he's a hero from Louisville, and that it's he might be a source of light, but he's representative of everyone helping everyone. So yeah, I think that's probably the thing that I hope is most clear about this project. That I'm glad I could visually articulate that concept, but it was everyone involved that made that the thing I realized was what was the dominant essence and the power and the focus. So thank you all for having me here.